just calls for my throwing stars.
Hello my friends and welcome back to another Skylanders Imaginators creation. Today we are going to create Kirby from Nintendo. And we're going to have some fun. I've actually already created him a little bit just to see if he can actually be done. And yes, this one can be done, and as soon as I'm done with him I will send out a chirp so that way you can download him for yourself. Now I am opening up the chat here in just a second, so give me just a quick minute here and we'll get the chat going. This is all live and being done live, raw and uncut for you all. Give me just a minute to get there and we will get everything squared away and ready to go. Now let's get to that video manager in our live streaming and then we'll begin this thing. So we just made Mario yesterday and that was quite awesome and a lot of fun actually. There's one thing I gotta do before we actually really start this off is I want to change the audio settings because I noticed that the music's kind of way down and my voice has been like way up. I mean I don't have a problem with my own voice, but I don't know. I don't want it to be like that. I want to be able to hear the music. Yo, what is up, Lyle? Nice to see you here, cuzzo. Alright, so first, let's get right straight into the business. Options, audio. For some reason, my music keeps on getting turned down. We'll keep it at about a 5. That's pretty meager for the most part. We'll keep the effects up maybe about a 5 too. That way we can actually kind of hear things a little bit. Hello Wahoo Dogs, nice to see you here. I want to keep everything pretty much the same. We're going to be starting a new adventure very soon. It's going to be the expert difficulty, and then we're going to end up going back and doing chaos as well. Chaos will be more towards the end of the Skylanders run for this year, this season I guess you could say. But I've got a very special type of Skylanders playthrough that we're going to do in expert mode. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to this thing. Creation of Kirby. Now for the look, for the body and head, I ended up going with, where is he?
Greetings.
I ended up going with the veggie head. That actually turned out the best for a Kirby look. You can't really go much better than that. As far as the eyes customization goes, there's not a whole lot you can do with eyes. The customization options for those are probably, for the most part, the most limited when it comes to creating a character. Now, I was thinking of one of two things with Kirby. Kirby's kind of got those really cutesy black and blue and like a white tint to the eyes that are really like awe-inspiring. Like if he looked at you, you'd be like, oh, so cute. But then when he's getting ready to battle, he gets really mean looking, like he's ready to battle. The best bet to do with the options of eyes that you have available to your disposal, in my opinion, are the spiral eyes. That's what I ended up going with for Kirby. So we've got that selected as well. I'll show you the shade that we went with here in just a minute for everything. Obviously, everybody knows Kirby doesn't have any ears. Let me double check just to make sure that I've got that all correct. I'm going there right now. And we've got Kirby opened up. Yeah, no ears there. Now, as far as the arms go, where was it? What did I end up going with? It wasn't the Adventurers. And it wasn't Goblin. Where were you? Were you up? Gladiator arms look pretty cool. But that's not the best bet. Commando arms are nice, but you got to think of Kirby arms. Kirby arms are more nubby than anything. There's not much definition to the arms at all whatsoever. And with a lot of the arms being so big, in my opinion, the cleaning arms were some of the best looking arms. I thought there was one more that I really liked as well. There's two different arms that I really liked. The adventurer's arms. Those look pretty decent, but in my opinion, the best looking arms, you got to go for as short as possible with the arms, where there's not really much that's gonna be seen. They're like flippers. They're like flipper arms, I guess you could say. So he doesn't really, there's not really any arms per se that he could have. But if I was to choose one, I'd end up going with the cleaning arms. I don't know. In my opinion, that's probably going to be one of the best ones to go with. So I ended up going with that. And as far as the legs go, I went with the shining armor legs. Now this is where it gets really important.
Does not disappoint.
First of all is the color. We'll go there right now. Hello, Kidzonis. Well, that's about the best that we can do with Kirby here. We can actually change the voice as well. Actually, I haven't messed around with that really at all. Let's go ahead and look at the color. Now for the head, I ended up going with the really light pinkish color. If I would have went there, that was just too dark. Anything else was really too dark. That might be a little bit more appropriate for Kirby, actually, now that I think about it. I think I'm going to end up going with this one. The eyes, I went with a white and blue with the spiral eyes. For the chest, there is no chest. Arms, we're actually going to move that down a little bit too. One more color, down to the bottom right there. The darker is a little bit of a better, because he's got like the shades of the light and a little bit of the dark, and this is probably going to suit it the best in my opinion. I could actually maybe even bring that up a little bit, same with the head, and maybe not. The legs now obviously are completely red. He's got like little nub legs. The next best thing, let's see, auras. No auras. I don't really like messing with the auras, really. I think it does too much. Like, I want to focus on the character that I've created. I don't want this stuff to be following around as an aura. Weapon, I ended up choosing the crystal cutters. There's not really much that you can do. The only way to create Kirby properly was to only make Kirby a ninja. That was the only possible way to do it. There's no other way to actually do Kirby in Skylanders Imaginators with creation crystals. No other crystal or no other class can make them like small like this. Now, again, back to the most important part of it all, the size. Now, the size, I've decreased the height. When I first started, the height was all the way up like this, but then I noticed, you know, Kirby has like no legs whatsoever, really. And his upper body, it's more all about his upper body. He's really, really big. Muscles. If I went that small, the arms would be way too skinny and they wouldn't be nothing. So I've got the muscles turned all the way up. And with the lower body, again, I could go like really big for the legs, but then that's just too much. Like, you don't want it to be overpowering. I guess you could maybe bring it up just a little bit. Maybe like that, because he's got really big feet, actually. Like really big flipper feet that stand out. So we'll go with about right there. That's gonna be our Kirby. We're going to actually send out the chirp right now, so that way you can download him for yourself. We've got to mess with the powers a little bit. Actually, I think I've got the powers already all set. I ended up going with Piercer. Press square to throw piercing ninja stars in front of you. Sneaky. Now, I would rather really go with Sneaky, but in all purposes of gameplay for this, I went with the Piercer because I know it's going to do a little bit better. Sneaky, it's just not going to help us a lot in the battle arena. We can actually upgrade this as well and master that to throw 4 ninja stars in a wider area. Elemental power, bubble bounce. I ended up going with the bubble bounce. We've got an ice block. We've also got piranha pets, summon hungry piranhas that seek out enemies, or wave push to summon a tidal wave to keep your foes at bay. In my opinion, the bubble bounce sounded more like Kirby, so I ended up going with the bubble bounce. Secret technique, I ended up going with invisibility, so that way I could create a decoy. I know that Kirby can transform a lot, and I just didn't feel like anything else that was available here as far as the powers and the techniques go really fit Kirby. I thought invisibility probably would work the best for the most part. And then the soul gem we don't have unlocked yet, but that's stars near and far. Teleport nearby enemies and throw stars at each one. Those always cost so much money. Now, personality. Obviously, I got the name already done and ready to go. Now for the voice. It's set at wacky. I gotta get some of these voices, more of these voices unlocked.
Forecast calls for my throwing stars.
I think
Forecast calls for my throwing stars. Forecast calls for my throwing Forecast calls
for my throwing stars.
I think we're gonna go with small.
Forecast calls for
I don't think I'm gonna change that too much more than that.
Forecast calls for my
Yeah.
Forecast
calls for my throwing stars.
We'll go with small right there, just like that. And that right there is going to be our Kirby completely all done. Exactly how we want it. Music and effects. We're not going to do any of the music and effects, really. Well, we could have a little bit of fun with Kirby. Why not? Give him a little bit of funk. Or do we give him a state of trance? We'll give him a state of trance. And we'll give him the video game effect. So there we go. We've got Kirby with the state of trance and the video game effect, and the swirly eyes that'll hypnotize you as soon as he looks at you. That's Kirby. Much personality. Ready to go. Now I'm going to open up this creator app part. Now if you have the creator app ready, or you don't, all you have to do is download the Skylanders creator app now on your Android or your Apple device. As long as you've got a smartphone, you can get the Skylanders creator app. Download this app. Once I hit send right here, we're gonna have to be quiet for just a second, and you can hit receive right before I hit send. So I would recommend hitting receive right now. I'm gonna press send, and we're gonna have total silence, and once the chirp plays, you will get Kirby for yourself in Skylanders Imaginators. So let's do this thing. And there you have her. Good old Kirby. Let's play. I like the look. There's actually one thing I want to do before I go to the battle arena. We've got Kirby there. You can see the picture. That looks pretty darn cool, pretty darn sweet. I would have to say that's the most exact likeness that you can get to Kirby, period. I don't think you can get much more like Kirby there.
Think you can improve on this?
You can maybe change a couple things if you wanted to. But one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change some of my gear, because one thing I want Kirby to be a little bit more battle ready. Put a little bit of shoulder guards on him. What can we do here? Did not even know this. Look, shoulder armor is not available on Imaginators of this class. That's something new. I did not even know that. Now we could probably do some arm guards. That would work. Spider armor, 48 armor, 34 armor, 14 speed. We're gonna go with... I really like those saw gauntlets. Those are pretty cool. We're gonna go with the saw gauntlets. That kind of adds to the crystal effect that Kirby already has on the arms. Now, as far as leg guards go, I'm gonna go with eyeballs leg armor, but that just doesn't look right on her. So let's go with really nubby feet. Let's go with, I don't know which one I want to go with. This is more rounded. So we're going to go with the knight leg armor. We're going to make that nice and red. Now, backpack. Do we want to do anything as far as the backpack goes? Hook it up a little bit. Why not give Kirby a little bit of flight? Yes, you are right, Lyles. We have not even touched Croc. We did make a new brawler, though. We got a new creation crystal and made a new brawler. Because that was something that needed to be done. We're going to give Kirby some airstrike wings. Just because he can't really fly at all in the game, I want to make him look like he's got a little bit more flight. And plus, I also want to add a little bit more ability to him. Give him the plus 25 attack and 25 speed at the same time. We're going to actually colorize and customize all this too as well, just to make it look a little bit cooler. That way we've got Kirby battle ready. I'm actually going to send out the chirp of a battle ready Kirby as well. That would probably be our best bet. Let's go with looks again. We're going to go to our colors, part themes. We want to first go to our backpack. We're going to make those wings all the same color as what Kirby is. Not going to really change the color of the wings. Although I could go with like a deep dark red back there. I think it'd look really cool for a battle ready Kirby, actually. We could go red right there. And I could also keep the pink. We could kind of keep it like it is. Kind of just like that. That would look pretty cool. That looks pretty sweet, actually. For the arm guards, I'm going to go with a red for the arm guards. Switch that all up. Red with a little bit of pink right there. Looking perfect. Now Kirby is looking pretty boss and battle ready. The only other thing I could do is put on like maybe a Link hat or something like that. That's whenever I think of Kirby going into battle, I always think of the Link hat for some reason. Everything else is ready. The leg guards are looking pretty freaking sweet. I can't change the color of the legs because they're just red nubs. That's all that they are. So I'm going to send out the chirp for this one as well. What this chirp does too is if there happens to be certain gear and stuff that you do not have unlocked already in the Skylanders Imaginators app, when I send this chirp out and you get this character, you will receive this gear as well. So let's do this. And there we go. Kirby is completely done and battle ready as he can be. I'm ready to go see what this guy can do. Now when I do the battle arenas in all of my levels, I make sure that everything is all completely leveled up because of the fact that I don't want, not completely leveled up, but I want them pretty much past level 10 because these battle arenas get harder as the time goes on. It becomes a higher level.
Nice to see
yes,
that too.
Kirby does have very mesmerizing eyes. It's like ready to hypnotize you. So let's do the level 41 arena battle. Let's see how well and how long Kirby will last. Now, Mario was able to make it all the way through the battle arena at like level 13 or 14, I do believe. So this Kirby's going to be even smaller. But he's got a range. And range is beast. And normally a lot of the times a king. Look at that. All at once. Woohoo! Hello, Joey. Nice to see you here. Hello, Simpsons Mega Collector. Nice to see you as well. Oh boy. He might be in trouble. And we've got our battle-ready Kirby in battle here. Look at this guy. He's beasting these guys out pretty good. At level 11, I am not going to complain whatsoever. Let's see exactly what our bubble bounce can do. Look at that damage. Whoop! 161 for the bubble bounce damage. That's pretty freaking sweet, honestly. And it seems like when Kirby gets turned into the bubble, or when Kirby turns himself into the bubble, that he does not take any damage as well. That is, yep, that holds true. They've been hitting at me the whole time. It does 160 something odd damage for each bubble bounce as well. Very cool, man. Zombie swag. I'll try checking it out at some point in time. No promises exactly when it's going to be. It'll probably be on a weekend, probably on a Saturday. That's when we happen to actually do any type of Terraria videos. Because I like to really mostly do it with Caden when we do Terraria. Yep, Kirby is pretty freaking awesome. I sent out 2 chirps for Kirby for the Skylanders Creators app. I sent them out pretty much plain and unarmored, not ready to really do anything at all. And then I also sent out the battle ready Kirby. That was just the best thing to do. Woohoo, that's so close.
I just didn't know they kicked this much butt.
Come on, get up there, boy. These spell punks are my least favorite to fight against. I hate fighting against these guys, especially with somebody that's not a ranged character. I love the ranged characters for the spell punks.
We are seeing the Skylanders start to firmly establish their own.
This is a battle right here. You don't even know how difficult this can be. This actually requires quite a bit of skill. Because there we go. We tapped out right there. Kirby needs to rest. So that's exactly where we're going to stop it at, guys. Kirby is pretty much done. Well, not pretty much done. He lost. He's done. He was not able to do it. That's why I need to try to make sure that I level him up as much as possible before we go to these battle arenas now, because they are so crazy hard. Level 41 battle arena is no joke. You need to have a Skylander Imaginator, a created one that's pretty much level 20 or higher. If you don't, then you're going to be in some big time trouble for the most part, unless they're a really good Skylander. We could do a little battle in here real quick here. Why not? Let's initiate a battle right here.
Good. I was hoping for a fight.
These ones can actually be done pretty quickly, and with the quickness. Kirby is pretty freaking awesome, and so is the ninja class. I really like the rate at which he throws his throwing stars. I mean, that is just a button mashing extravaganza in itself. Always a lot of fun. Do our bubble bounce. Now, we saw earlier that the bubble bounce didn't really do us a whole lot of good.
For the Skylander. And ooh,
he does actually take damage. I thought he wasn't going to take damage, but he does. Alright, I'll take something. What are we going to unlock here? At least we got some type of Imaginite chest.
New chest.
New chest. Doomlander Night Chest. Sweet. Those Doomlander Night Chests are actually pretty OP, honestly. Well, the Doomlander equipment normally is, for the most part. So we're going to be done there, everybody. I want to say thank you for coming out. And that is our Kirby. Now, if you're just now joining the stream, don't worry, there are 2 versions of Kirby that I've got chirped out and ready to go. There is a regular Kirby, and then there's a battle-ready Kirby that I've got that you're seeing right here. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody that's watching. If you haven't slapped the like button already, please do so. It's greatly appreciated. If you want more Skylanders Imaginators, make sure that you smack the like button again on your second channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you want any more Skylanders created, Leave it in the comment section down below. And I would be greatly interested to see what you'd like to see us create next. I've got quite a few ideas in mind, and we're going to keep on going with this because we're really loving the actual creations and sending this out to everybody. We'll see you all in the next video. If you're new to our channel, make sure that you mash that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time. Peace out and badizzle. Wow.